Let's start displaying the contact list. Future is the method which you implemented, which will return a list which contain the contacts. So we will say the future is read contact list. Builder comma data snapshot, and first we will check. So we are going to use a switch statement basically, and what we are going to check, we will check if data snapshot dot connection state. So if the connection state is equals to none, that is if there is no connection, let's say your internet is gone somehow, let's say there is a problem in your connection, or if the connection state is waiting, let's say your internet speed is low and it is loading, then in that case we are going to return a circular progress indicator. So we can say return const, and at the center child column widget. First we will display a text that is loading, or you can say loading contacts. And then we can also display the circular progress indicator. In between them, if you want to add some space, as these whole are constant widgets, okay, it will not change at runtime. So remove the const from here because we have already add const with the center widget. Further, if you want to apply some padding on it, then click here before this center C, you will see yellow bulb, and wrap this with padding. So from all sides, let's give it 18. Add this const from it, okay, and add it with the parent padding widget. So this is if the connection state is none or if it is waiting, okay. After these two conditions, then the next case will be make sure that it is in proper indentation, okay. The next case will be if the connection is active or if the connection is done. That is, if we have active internet and there is no problem, then in that case we will further check one thing. We will check our data which is coming from the database. So we can say data snapshot dot has error. If the data has any error, let's say some problem is there while retrieving the data, then in that case we will display at the center of the screen, at the center of our contact list UI, we are going to display a text, and that text will be error on loading contacts list. And if the data snapshot has no error, it simply means everything goes successfully. So we have to display the contact list. So now we are going to get the data. Let's assign that data to our this list, which will be of type user model, We can give it name as user contact list, and the data which we have, data snapshot dot data, we will assign that data. As you know, it is coming from the database, so we assign that data to our user contact list. So first we will check here if the user contact list, if that not equals to null. If it equals to null, it simply means we have no data coming from the database. So in the else statement, you can simply say return this, and we will simply say no contact found. No contact found. So here we will start displaying the data using the list view dot builder. There is another type of a list view which is by the name separated. So it will automatically add ending line. When it display the first contact, we will have a horizontal bar, then the second contact a horizontal, that is a divider. It will automatically add. So we will proceed with list view dot separated, and we will add a separator builder. Now here you can add your custom, you can say thickness and height or color to the divider. So for example, we can using the divider widget. First we will add that how much the divider line will be. So the thickness for this, let's say 0.3 will be enough, and the color for this will be colors dot gray. Okay, so this is our separator. Item count, that is how much item we have. So of course we can get that with the help of our list, whatever the length of it is. If we have 10 contacts, then it will display 10 contacts, okay, which means the length will be 10. Then item builder, where we will start displaying the contacts, that is we will implement the UI here. So using this index number, for example, if we have, let's say, 10 contacts, then each contact has its own index number inside this list. So one by one from this list we will start displaying the contact. So we can say user model, user data. From the user contact list, as I told you, one by one we will get each user data and we will start displaying it. So return a list style. When the user click on any contact, we will display the chat. Of course, that is something which we are implementing, and step by step we are proceeding. So first of all, with the contact at the leading, that is at the left side of the list style, we are going to display the profile picture of the user. So we can say circle editor. Background image will be we can get using the user data. So user data dot image dot to string. Instead of image dot network, use network image. Okay, network image. So this will be at the leading, that is at the left side of the list. Then at the title of the list style, we are going to display the username. And then after the title, let's apply the property which is content padding, that is the padding, and from all side it will be 9. So now we are ready to test our application. So we are logged in successfully. Now if you see this line on the chats tab, this is basically because our chats area, our recent chats, okay, as you know, this is our recent chats. Here we have nothing but just this placeholder. Okay, so of course you can replace it with scaffold widget, and that line will be removed. Okay, as you can see. So this is our recent chats. Now if we go to the contacts, loading contacts, the reason we don't see any contact, because we have only one user, and that is the current user who is currently online, Peter Parker. So simply log out if you have only one contact and create new users quickly, that is sign up and create. So let's quickly sign up. So now if we go to the contacts, then we will have only one contact, because currently there is only one user whose name is Peter Parker. Okay, and the other one is the current user who is John Jones. You already see. So John Jones have only one contact, and that is Peter Parker. So if you want to create further contacts, you can sign out and then go to the sign up page and create new users. Let's create another user quickly. Let's say Michael Clark. So now if Michael Clark as a current user, or you can say as a logged in user, if Michael Clark go to the contacts, then Michael Clark has two contacts, John Jones and Peter Parker, and this is the separator, the divider. Okay, if you keep adding further contacts, then each contact will be separated by a divider like this. So anyways, now we have two contacts for Michael Clark. If you want to create new contacts, then of course you can sign out and start adding new users.